Amazing, amazing. I mean, first of all, you are all very international. You all want to learn more. You want to grow, which is fantastic. I think this is the main thing, because to find people and to know people that they really want to grow, it's not very common. I started late. I started the self-awareness very late. So let me tell you about me. As I say, I feel that I am a lifelong student of humanity in different ways, but always I thought that there is something there. And then I have done many different things that I'm going to tell you very fast. The main things that I created this You Do You strategy, which actually is my book. So what it is all about? You Do You strategy is the following. I realize that I love philosophy. And who is the number one philosophy? Socrates. I love one of my biggest teachers, Deepak Chopra. That's how I met Hildiko. I realized that philosophy and spirituality are very difficult concepts for people to understand. And what I could do and what could I add is the business modeling. So what I do is the following. I take philosophy, I take spirituality, I put it inside business model, and I democratize it. I make it easy for people to understand. So the difference is the following. We have companies, and you know that because all of you work in companies, there is everything you need to know is the same with people. There is one single difference. If companies do not compete, they die. If people compete, they die. This is the only difference we have. And I didn't know that. I realized it by writing the book. Everything like that we know, SWOT analysis, USP of products, how we communicate, how we talk, how we negotiate and everything, mainly has the same structure. The character is a different thing. And we're going to talk about that. As you are from the corporate world, and you know very well, you will understand it. And the main thing that it's very interesting is the following. We try for our companies to go for it and to have profits and to get the budget and to have 30% increase and so on. But then, when we talk about ourselves, we never have specific things in our mind and how we can find the way to achieve them. But how we can find a way to achieve them if we don't know who we are? As the company's the situation analysis, right? So, before going deeper, because this is the main thing that we're going to talk today, is that what is my aim? My aim is to help people align with their personal purpose and live a fulfilling life so that together we can collectively grow, as you said. I really believe in communities. I think that it's very important to grow communities and to grow communities in a way that we can evolve together. This is the only way. Women, everybody in the world, everywhere in the world, are more switch on to go than men. So I think it's our responsibility, exactly as we raise kids, to try to move this world to make it a better place. It's our responsibility. I strongly believe that. We will do the following. First of all, we will try to answer, who am I? This is the main and the most important question. And then we will try to see where I want to go. Then we will see how can I get there, and finally, what is my action plan. We are not going to solve everything today. I'm going to give you hints, and because it's impossible, you know, I mean, like this is something we do during the retreats and so on, like in 5 days. But I will show you some methods, some frameworks, and we are going through education, through training, through evolution that we are going to talk and discuss, and through integration, how you will get them back to your life to see how you can make them happen. What will be very helpful will be the life stories, how we can exchange things. All of you are extremely interesting, not because you are working, because you have, first of all, the intention to grow. And I really think that whoever has this international view can offer to others more. So, to show another perspective, because you have seen other things. And this is very important to share for people. People learn from the life stories of others. They can see something in others that we might not see through theory. So listen, together attention and intention is important. So, what Socrates did? Socrates did, of course, he said that an examined life is not worth living. What he meant by that was the following, that if we don't examine our life, we just exist, we don't live. We need to examine our life, we need to be self-aware of who we are in order to see life as it is, in order to enjoy and see the joy of existence, in order to see how life can evolve. Also, he had a method. Socrates' dialogue, it's a method. It's a method that he proposed to everybody, to people, in order to know better themselves. I'm going to tell you the main questions, what he has done. I want to tell you something very interesting. In a very good and Ivy League school, business school today, the negotiation class is one of my sons goes there, is Socrates' dialogue, that's how it's called. Why? Because it shows you not in a way to push people and, squeeze them, but how to refine the questions in order to learn better and to become a better person and show to others what they can offer. Okay? So he said, try to examine yourself, try to learn more about yourself, not to control yourself, not to say, okay, now I have to do this and my priorities is this and that. So he said, this is the key to self-discovery and this is the key of Socrates' dialogue, the 5 steps. So, the next exercise we're going to do is list 6 values. I'm going to have them here for you to remember the type, because there are many, okay? And think about work, home, friends, society. In order to understand, you need to have the same value at work, at home, and society and friends. Like if you have care, how you do it at work, how you do it at school, with the kids, in society. I would like to make a proposal, maybe you can listen to that. We said positive thinking. I'm talking a lot in my book about that, about the rational optimism, which is a different thing. It's very close, but actually what it says, like in life, things can go 50% well and 50% cannot. There are many people that they see optimism in a way that, okay, the glass is full of water, but they don't see how they can fill the water to be full or to see this. So the rational optimism comes to reflect that, to say that you need to be careful in order to have the optimism that you need in your life. You need to work smart and always have this glass full of water and never to be empty. That way it will be full, always, irrespectively of any type of challenges that you might have. You need to accept, because everyone in life has challenges and there are very difficult things that happen to us. And we might need to pause that specific moment because of a very difficult, let's say, health situation or something. But at that moment, we need to find the rational optimism to accept the situation and see how we can see this positively in any type of outcome we can have. Up to now, we have seen our values, we have tried to see who, it's a journey, who is ourselves, but this is very important. I created this heart method, I call it the heart method, for evaluating the role of relationships in our lives. So, these are the 5 things that need to be included in every type of relationship we have. Harmony, good energy, authenticity, it needs to be authentic. There must be resilience in any type. You might have a friend that you haven't discussed for 2 years and you just call and immediately it's like you are connected. There is resilience in the friendship, okay? And trust. And these are very important, every single one of them, they're important words to evaluate all the relationships we have. Our professional relationships, mainly the relationships we have with our loved ones and the ones that we see as our role models, mentors or role models, because it's very important to have a role model in our life. The HEART acronym needs to work first of all for us. So we need to have harmony with our inner self. We need to give. We are responsible and we need to give only good energy to ourselves. And the most important thing, we need to be authentic. If we are not authentic and we just lie to ourselves, what do we do? Why we exist in life? We will manage to have resilience due to different phases and of course to trust ourselves. So this is the only way to reflect to all the relationships that we have. And now I will go to something, maybe you heard Ikigai. Ikigai is what in Okinawa, in Japan, people live more than 100 years old. But they don't live in hospitals, they live a very happy life. Why? By working, by non-stop working, till they are more than 100 years old. Why? Because they found their Ikigai. And what is the Ikigai? It's the purpose, the center that lies in between the following. What you are good at, we found your gifts. You know from the grow, you can find them. What you love to do, you love growth, you love knowledge. What the world needs to be educated, because that's what they need. And then something that is very important is how you monetize this. We talk about that. How you monetize this in a way that can be profitable for you. What you can be paid for. In case you have a lot of money and you are a philanthropist, it's another thing. But if you are a working person, you need to find a way to connect your Ikigai with a way that people can pay you for that. I can tell you for sure, I don't have the same money that I used to have in my corporate life. I was crazy paid there. I enjoy so much what I do. I don't care. I love it. I wake up in the morning, I go to work, and I would never change that. This is my gift. So I found my Ikigai. This is it. I love it. This is a very easy way to do it. Please don't forget to put your life circle that I said before, the PPT, because it's completely different. It might be very different. At the age of 30, it might be exploration And on age of 45 it can be stability, something else, you know? So find where it is. This one you are going to do it alone. I'm going to send you the presentation to have it. But remember the following, because it will not be easy to find your purpose. It's not an easy thing. In case you find it difficult to find your purpose, this is your purpose. I'm going to finish with the last one, which is I'm just saying this very now. If you do this, it's so simple that I think it's very effective. If we are here now, and if we have our purpose here, our goal, any goal, but especially our purpose is here, every single day we need to do at least one thing that takes us up. Or even just to pause, but not go back. So let's say there is a toxic relationship that takes us back. And there's no point of having this. Or let's say that we want to go to create something but every single day we must do something, research, how to do it, something. And this has also time because it has deadlines, exactly as business. If we had more time, I would put you specific days, specific action plans and specific deadlines. We need to have deadlines. And this doesn't matter if we go here, because this might come here and it might take us somewhere else. Why? Because the journey matters. It's not actually the final thing. Maybe you know, this is the joy of life and this is the absolute enjoyment of life. I will finish with the story of Odysseus. It's a book of personal development. During this trip, Odysseus has to understand how to take out arrogance from his life, from his personality, how to realize what things matter most for him, what the real freedom means, and so on. It's such an interesting story because it tells you that actually what it matters is the journey. He arrived in Ithaca with no clothes, nothing. Like he was like a poor guy, not the king. The symbolism there is that Penelope, his wife, was his authentic self. So all these years, it took him 10 years to find his authentic self. And it's great. The point is that it doesn't matter the journey. Enjoy the journey, and you never know. It might take you 10 years. It might take you 2. But the purpose needs to be there. Okay? So.
Let's take a quick picture.
Of course, of course.